They have Tinubu and Wike have thrown themselves. They are holding Fubara. Fubara is also holding them. So what is going to happen at the end of the day is that if there is struggle to that extreme, then everywhere will go in flames. You know you can use to grab the bone now, grab it. So whatever Wike and Tinubu feel that they are going to deploy in Rivers State for them to grab the bone, they should be fast about it, because the last ultimatum has already expired, which is 48 hours. We didn't see any action. We didn't see the governor arrested.
To represent the
That's what I'm saying now. We didn't see the governor arrested. We didn't see anything. We don't see them marching on the street. We don't see them kidnapping the commissioner of police or calling the attention of the GOC or even shutting down. We don't see them take any action. The next 48 hours is about to elapse. We have not seen any of them.
We are likely going to
I say they're going to order another 48 hours. At the end of the day, the chief judge has disappeared from the environment there. The chief judge is nowhere to be found. In fact, the chief judge made an announcement that it is only the governor that have right to bring him back, that he can stay there for 15 years. It doesn't concern anybody. So that is a deep crisis. They have Tinubu and Wike have thrown themselves. They are holding Fubara. Fubara is also holding them. So what is going to happen at the end of the day is that if there is struggle to that extreme, then everywhere will go in flames.
Okay, now let me take you to the angle of Asari Dokubo, who have said the other time when there were threats that Fubara could be impeached and that he can impeach Fubara and nothing will happen. He did said, I'm talking about Asari Dokubo, that if they think if they impeach Fubara, that nothing will happen. He said, I tell you that something will happen. Are you sure something will happen?
They will not even have the space to sit. Huh? Talk less of, because the seat they left is still vacant. They don't even have anywhere to sit. Even if they are going to sit, they do not have any legal power against the sitting governor. We saw Wike did the same thing. We saw Ameti run the State House of Assembly with 4 people. We saw it in Edo State. Why is it that Fubara own is, becoming something of interest? It's because on the way and manner they are pushing against it, meaning that Tinubu is interested in whatever he's going to do to make sure that he have, because in Kano now, it's not under APC, it's not under PDP. In Lagos now, it's already divided. The island people are saying no to Obasa. Some people are saying no to Obasa. It is only Tinubu camp that is saying yes to Obasa. The entire lawmakers in that house, including former Nollywood actor, shed tears when Merenda surrendered to GAG, governance advisory, committee. They surrendered. But people are saying, if you can do such thing in Lagos, why didn't you do such thing in Rivers State? Why are you bringing all the whole federal might on Fubara? Then that was why the Rivers people of Igbo extraction, the Igbos in Rivers State, yesterday, in Rivers State alone, Igbos control 70% of that population.
I'm aware, because you know Opobo.
Yes. Control. So yesterday they issued a press conference calling Tinubu and Wike to order, and they made it very clearly that any attempt, whether it is in the air, they don't even need to come closer to the National Assembly environment. If they want it anywhere that they want to impeach Fubara, that place where they did it, that they will see the other side of the Igbo people of Rivers. That's what they say. They say Igbo people of Rivers. That's what
perhaps I should ask this question. What do you think would have necessitated the Igbos in Rivers rallying around the Fubara?
Because all Igbos all over the world believe in justice. No, they don't. They're straightforward because they are light. They know what light is. If you are light, you know what light. When you see light, you know what it is. Agreed. Wike and Fubara has worked together. Or it happens to be the Captain General of the Federation. But from what we are seeing, we do not see anywhere Fubara went wrong or offended Wike to the extent that they went to remove the first Ijaw governor in that state just because of Wike brought the whole commissioners. You are the one that brought the the lawmakers, then allow the governor, to get along with his government. You are demanding that a certain fair share of the state allocation or revenue should be awarded to you, and the man said no.
Okay, now let me bring this angle, Mr. Chinedu Michael, because we thought we have.
You are seeing it now. They are moving closer. You can see that synergy already. The people are beginning to realize now that the Northerners, of course, and the Yorubas, who has kept division in the entire Biafran space as a result of creating South-South, are beginning to see that, the Northerners are already warning Tinubu. Let this not trigger the Biafran cause, because they are seeing the realignment that is going on in River State. Now, remember, the Ohaneze president, the current Ohaneze president, John Asotambata, is from at the same state. The
and Mbata is as well an ally of Fubara.
Of course, now he was the one that nominated. You don't know what is happening.
So the Igbos are so much interested. Igbos in Rivers.
You understand? That's what I said. The Ijo youth now and Igbo, they came out and said they are Rivers, Igbo Rivers or whatever they call themselves. But I can see the synergy yesterday. It was something. It was overwhelming. The crowd was something else. I think.
And coincidentally, both Wike and Mbata are of Ikwere extraction.
Yes, but they are of Ikwere. If Mbata can be claiming Igbo. Wike is claiming, though Wike has made it years back, that when he was giraffing the presidency, he said, I'm Igbo. So that
but Wike is child of strength. Why could he be saying he's not an Igbo person?
No, before he started saying it, that he's not an Igbo person. Before, we were saying a number of things, how related
Mr. Chinedu, let me bring this angle, because Ijo Youth Council have made it very clear, saying if you deprive River State of fund, Nigeria will be deprived of funds. I know the angle they are going. Perhaps attacking critical oil infrastructure in the region. We have seen this in the past, in the time of Yaradua, when Baramatu was bombarded and different places bombarded. Do you think the youth council
the joy is not much in River State?
But do you think the judge had the capacity to threaten federal government?
In Bayelsa State, the connection is still there, because Bomadi, Patani, and all the rest of them, they are all.
But the question I'm asking, do you think the judge had the capacity to threaten oil infrastructure in
It's not only the judge. When they talk about the Ijo nation, it's just that the judge, they are just looking at the people of Ijo. When you talk about the Ijo, you're talking about, the entire South East, volunteer forces.
So there's synergy this time around.
That's what I'm telling you. So you understand? So nobody's going to see it as an Ijo thing, the way they are seeing the fight of Nnamdi Kanu as an Igbo thing. Nobody's seeing it. We understand what is happening in River State. We understand what happened in River State. We understand the need where there is South. We understand what is going to happen. We understand that Fubara has refused, but the River State people has refused for them not to plant another Fulani governor in that state, like they did in Imo State, did in Ebonyi State, did the same thing in, of course, Enugu State, and they are doing the same thing in Anambra State. So the Northerners and the Yoruba Arabs are busy planting Boko Haram governors in all those areas, so that it will be easy for them to penetrate and conquer. And Fubara is the only governor from the South they want to use to test strong. They already made plan in that regard. So it's a serious thing, and the man has understand that this is not about Fubara, this is not about River State, this is about the soul of River State.
Okay, now let me bring this angle, Mr. Chinedu Michael, because we thought we have evolved beyond the politics of godfatherism, because we know we used to have the strongman of Ibadan politics, talking about our Dedebo also. We used to have the Saraki of Kwara State. No, currently we still have the Tinubu of Lagos. What we are seeing in River State, it looks as if Wike want to bring us back to that era.
Oh no, you want to replicate the Baba Sope syndrome, political experiment. Most of them have even tried it, to see how it's going to work for them the way Tinubu sat on Lagos for many years. And so that's what they are practicing. But Wike is throwing so much crisis into achieving it, if you look at how Bola Ahmed was able to do it, Bola Ahmed does not discriminate. He makes sure that almost everybody is carried along in the Lagos factor, trying to see how he built that empire in Lagos State, the political that dynasty where his word becomes law and order. No, to an extent, he can, but this one is he's doing everything by force. No, people don't want to be controlled like that. You know, nobody's on autopilot. That is the truth.
That is pure subjugation.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So that is what it means. Nobody wants to be run that way. And the way you're doing, you can see almost all the ex-governors of that state, including Amechi, is supporting Fubara. So who is actually supporting Wike? So the power to rise against godfatherism as they are pushing it, the Fulanis and the Yorubas are pushing it to the people of South will be restricted. And there's a massive resistance going on in that regard.
Okay, let me ask this question. Does it mean a Fubara saw this coming? Because you understand that as we speak, Asari Dokubo is already a recognized traditional ruler in River State. And this happened in the build-up to this development. Does it mean an Asari Dokubo is positioned to fight?
Asari Dokubo, you know, is already a king. He's no longer a field operator. He can't go to the field operations now as a result of the present this and it was strategic.
But
you know
what, Aziz? This is the same man recently who threatened to bring down military helicopter.
God, let me tell you, I want to move away from this attachment to Asari Dokubo. You know, I want to completely move away from it. But let me tell you in honest truth. Currently now, we are not going. It's not about Asari Dokubo. What it means is that among their class and ex-militants, you know, who still have maintained a certain structure in that place, it can be a kind of a rallying point, you know, for or a link for Fubara to defend his mandate, either hook or crook. But let me tell you, in honest truth, currently now, Asari Dokubo cannot do anything. He's a king. He's wearing big agbada now. He's not active again. You understand? So what I've told you the role is going to play. The real people who are going to play the game, you understand, already know themselves and they're organized. A lot of them have started moving to the Greeks with their speedboat. A lot of them have started activating, you know, strategies in that regard. And it's going to happen. Everything they're going to see there is going to happen simultaneously. Because the Pandef is already on the side of, you know, Fubara. Every group, the Igbo nation, generally, is supporting Fubara.
But Mr. Chinedu, remember that under Muhammadu Buhari, as a result of frustration, Buhari was forced to say that the high tech with which militants destroy oil critical infrastructure at the high sea is something else. Are we likely going to see a repeat of they are going to start from the mainland.
I'm telling you. Let them push Fubara to the wall. They're pushing him already to the wall. Let them push him to the point that the man will command. Well, that's what everybody will command. Wike himself will run. And I tell you, even what the Nathanas are afraid now is that, you know, Tinubu, be careful. They are going to play into the hands of Biafrans. That's what the Nathanas are saying now. And that is the fear.
That I ask, why is which strategy has Fubara used that almost everybody is on his side?
No, because
the Jaws, the Igbos, everybody.
Let me tell you, to be honest with you, you know, Fubara has played a fair game. He has pleased both the president, pleased Wike, and people have seen clearly that he is somebody that wanted peace in River State. People have seen clearly that this man is master intelligent, super intelligent, a strategist too, having served under, you know, Wike for 8 years as the accountant general of the state. So he understands some certain things. So Fubara is a magnet when it comes to playing into the public consciousness. You know where to move and when not to move. You understand? So that is what it is. So people have come to accept him because one, he does not show any form of disrespect. When the war started, he ran to the people that gave him the mandate. And he explained himself. He complained. And they said, is this what happened? The whole ex-governors of that state tried to intervene. They went to Abuja. He maintained his own side of the agreement by withdrawing some cases from the court. But we can never withdraw anything. So at this point, you know, he has gotten that understand. And if you can see, he's not afraid to call himself an Igbo man. He's not afraid. He made it very clearly that the community where he came from, which is Opopo, was founded by an Igbo man.
Let me ask this last question, Mr. Chinedu Michael. Because it stands, whether I would like it or not, it was Wike that brought him into the political limelight. And people are asking question, could it be that a Wike was not designing enough to know that this man would disobey him?
Fubara never disobeyed him. Fubara never disobeyed him. What happened is that they were claiming that the Riverine side have not been able to produce governor. And most of the people that produce governor are Igbo side, the Igbo people. Ikwere, what they have been producing governor. Allow, you know, and they said after they have been supporting all this Amechi, all the them and all the rest of them. Let us give it. And based on that note, that was how the Fubara factor came in. So don't tell me that Mbata Mbata that made Wike. Have you seen Mbata come out one day and said and be complaining with a Wike? But he made him chairman of Obiobo local government. Is that people supported Wike? So why is it that he came to this man now? You want everybody to know that you are the Jagaban of River State. I would not do Jagaban for the south, the east and south. You want to do your Jagaban, you know where Jagaban they happen. Go that side.
So maybe you should relocate to the southwest.
Yeah, yes, we are Jagaban.
Where Baba reigns supreme.
Yes, reigns supreme. Without anything, you can see how they have rendered a Governor Sowolu,
incapacitated.
I'm telling you, the man have nothing to say. In fact, if you see Governor Sowolu now, you pity him. Because if he's working now, he doesn't know whether governor is working. They have disarmed him completely. He doesn't know what is happening in the state again. He's just praying and waiting that, I beg, make this 10 come, make I go rest. That is just it. So the whole thing as it stands now is Tinubu should play careful. And what Wike did in Obibo, killing Igbos there, the matter is still there.
Is that the reason the Igbos are going with Fubara?
No. I'm telling you, the main reason is just that this is pure injustice. As simple as that.
And the Igbos are for justice, equity,
from the beginning. That's the problem we have with the British government. The woman believes in justice,
equity,
fair play. That is just it. Up to today. Okay, those who are claiming they are masters of Nigeria, Yorubas and Hausas who have been ruling this country now, common one sector of the economy they are not able to fix. But just let them fix one sector.
Because they have the government.
Yoruba and Hausa, let them fix. Maybe they say that them be conquer Biafra. Let them fix one sector. But what are we seeing? The individual might of the Republican nature of the Igbos. Not only in Nigeria, go to African countries. And people are saying, if these people can be able to pick nylon and turn it to gold, let you try it now. Pick nylon and turn it to gold. Pick them and turn it to gold. Do you know how many years it will take for you to experiment how a nylon can be turned to a gold? That is what we are saying. Biafra, we are no longer interested in anything called Nigeria. That's the truth. What we are seeking is the solidarity of the international community, the world powers. We saw what Putin is trying to do this time around. He has invited Biafra government in exile, and they are holding a meeting over Biafra joining bridge. And of course, security, and military support for Biafra against Nigeria. It made it very clear.
But what do you think would have endeared Biafra into the heart of Putin?
A lot of things, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has worked out a lot of things for Biafra, has placed Biafra agitation on the global level, has restored, that consciousness globally. People are beginning to study what actually happened. And of course, the publication made by IBB also went viral. It has gotten to so many archives around the world. And people are asking, is that actually what transpired? This is a clear injustice on the people, on these people. And before that, You know, Igbos have been making waves all over the world. Igbos were outstanding during the COVID-19, and that is when Putin noticed them. Putin, for the first time, noticed the Igbo ingenuity during COVID-19.
Okay, you mean the resilience in Igbos?
Yes.
Is the one that
yes,
into the heart of
yes. You understand? They not only that, Igbos are global players. That's another factor. You know, wherever you go, you see them. Anything that's involved, is it sports, is it music, whatever it is, you see the Igbos, you know, involved. International politics, they are conferences, they are there. You know,
okay, no wonder, because the other time, Russian foreign affairs minister was very clear when he was admonishing UN and countries of the world that they should respect self-determination. At the time, people adjudged that this is purely support for Biafra.
No, that is not clearly. That's the fact. But look at what the J.D. Vance, the vice president to Trump, was saying a few days ago about Biafran Christians in Nigeria. He mentioned it clearly. Go and listen to that video. Listen clearly. It is not a joke. Biafrans are not joking. Biafrans are serious about Biafra. Igbos are serious about Biafra.
But emphatically, what did Vance Trump said about
Vance was making reference to the decision that is about to come, coming from his understanding of what Trump policy of